one thing that we're going to want to see, oh God, I'll have to undo that, but is a very, very slight plantar flexion. So very slight pointed toe, because then you get the hamstring activation from the leg curl on the way up.
Because you can push into the pedal to pull back.
Exactly. But what you'll see some people do with a bike like this is they slam down with a flat foot or with their heel, and this is going to completely blow up their quads. But if they've just done a 7 RM back squat, even though their posterior chain is fatigued, they're going to want to get the simultaneous work between quad and hamstring, and that's going to actually happen from the angle of their foot. So it's a huge disadvantage not having your foot flipped in on something like this, because as soon as you can create that pull up, it's like you can actually maintain so much more power. Yeah. And then the other thing that'll be really interesting, because every athlete should have the bike, they should have it completely dialed where everything is set up, so you shouldn't see them adjusting anything once they've actually started. So they're going to want their seat there. If we look at the handlebar and the seat, you always want, if you're a cyclist, you're going to want your handlebar lower than your seat because you're trying to be aerodynamic. Whereas for most of these people, especially after like a 10 RM deadlift today, if they're leaning over too much, it's going to put so much more pressure. So if we're thinking about the drawings that you could actually do, the first thing you could look at is their foot. And one thing you might look at is there's some people out there that do the first 5 minutes and they're absolutely flying, and then you chat team.
Continue.
Okay, so something we have to understand is the monitor is forward projecting. So it's creating a mathematical equation of what you're doing, but it's in the future. So like as in what you do now is being read in like 8 seconds. So what that means in your first 8 seconds is you'll be rewarded from an average perspective higher if you start more powerfully. So when people look at something like a race start, it's not just to get load over the flywheel, it's not just to like use ATP like from an energy system, it's actually to trick the monitor into believing. Yeah, because it will pretty much that first 8 seconds, it's already saying for the next 8 seconds
you're going to hold this pace.
Exactly. And it's exponential. The actual advantage is exponential in the beginning. So it's as more data is accumulated, like helping. As more data is accumulated, you've got more to fall back on. But in the beginning, it's got such a small data set that it's then making assumptions about what's to come. Yeah.
So sprint start on the bike erg.
Yeah. So
would you throw a high damper on?
No, you can if you are. It's so
powerful enough.
Yes, but it's a cheat. Basically, if you've got someone next to you and if you get on and it's not a 1, and then you get RPM way up, chuck it to a 10 for 4 seconds, and then pull it back to where you want it, like.
That's what I mean,
Yeah, it fries it basically, but you can't do it in the right position on the bike. So changing your damper setting once you're already on, the benefit would be outweighed by the cost of having to